Greetings everybody, Ocarina Games Online. Welcome back to more The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. The last time, we took down Dark Link, and we got ourselves the dungeon item, the long shot. Extends twice as far as our normal hook shot. And in this episode, we have to go through the underwater river, if you will. Basically, it's going to be one current that's going to be pushing you along constantly, but right about here, you want to equip your iron boots. I don't remember where exactly this is, but somewhere around here, you want to be ready, because it might not be here. I'm just making sure I don't miss anything, because, well, then again, worst case scenario, if I do miss it, I could just go down one of the vortexes on purpose, because that is going to send me back to the start of the room. So I can just try again. But yeah, oh, nope, there it is. You can see off in the distance, there's a gold sculpture. One of those in the underground river, so make sure you get it. Friggin' got it. Even though we have the long shot, it's still a bit finicky about when it wants to activate. But anyways, there's the gold sculpture, so now we just gotta get to the end of the underwater, of the underground river, underwater river. Should be about the end of it. Okay, come on. Okay. Here we are at the end of it. So, let's go ahead and shoot the ice switch. And right here is our way out of the underground river. And that gets us a small key, which we're going to be needing, so you still do have to go through the underground river. That takes us back to this room. Do you remember what room this was? Yeah, neither do I. But I guess that's not important. What's important is we have a small key, and the other thing that's important is we have the long shot. Because of that, there are 2 gold sculptures that are now available to us, so we're going to want to go get those before we forget about them. But in addition to that, we gotta go through the whole water cycle again of lowering the water, raising the water, all that stuff. Because now there's going to be more we can explore now that we have the long shot. There's a few things I have in mind for that. For now, let's get back to the central hub and look at our map once we've got the gold sculptures we're missing. Because that's going to be step numero uno. Getting those gold sculptures. One of the gold sculptures we saw before, but we weren't able to get. Actually, I think we saw 2 of them. One in the central room, and one on the 3rd floor. We're going to get the one that's on the 3rd floor really quick. As you might recall, in the room with all the sinking hookshot targets falling down the waterfall, and you got hookshot your way up there, you might recall I showed you the location of one of the gold sculptures. Well, now we have the long shot, we're able to get that. Keys, go away. Not wanted here. Go. Go. Fine, arrow, die. Okay. That out of the way. Long shot can reach over to this gold sculpture. So that's one last token we gotta worry about. Now there's 2 more left in this dungeon. We know where one of them are. The other one we still have yet to encounter. So let's see what we've gotten covered in this map so far. Save for the boss hall, we've gotten everything done on the 3rd floor. There's one treasure chest left to get on the 2nd floor. There's an area on the 1st floor, and it seems to be connected to both the 1st floor and the basement 1st floor. So there's not really a lot left for us to do. That's at least good. So where do we go from here? I guess that's the question, right? Well, I think I have an idea of a few places we can go. But wherever we're going, I think the first step is going to be, let's lower the water again. That might be a good place to start. As we have the long shot now, but believe it or not, we are actually almost done with this dungeon. Kind of hard to believe, right? Well, we are. Because all that's left is to get the boss key, and then we know by now where the boss is located. It's just Well, right, we haven't seen the boss door yet, but we know where on the map the bosses are located. And spoiler alert, it's not that hard to get to the boss door. And I happen to have an idea as to where the boss key is. So that is going to be our next target. So let's go and get our Ocarina Ray, because as we know, we have to lower the water level. And let's do just that. Now, while we're on our way to get some stuff, I want to talk about YouTube screwing up again, because some people might know my post to Twitter about this, but for some reason the annotations is screwing up a bit. I did find an inefficient way to do so, to like fix that problem, but it's like, hopefully that gets fixed sooner. For all I know, by the time you guys are seeing this, that problem will be fixed. And it also gives you guys an idea of when I'm uploading this, or like when I'm recording this. But that's neither here nor there. It's here in these spikes where I'm going to take some damage. Now, the targeting system would work properly. We could raise the water even more, but that's not what we want to do. The reason I came back here, well, actually there's two reasons. First off, the gold Skulltula token's here, so might as well get that out of the way while I'm thinking about it. If I can hit the token. Alright, so that's out of the way. But there's something on the second floor, but I don't want to raise the water just yet, so we're gonna have to do this. If I actually hit the target from that angle, I would probably go into the spikes. We're gonna have to do this another way, which is like this. And this is more so like, I guess you could say, an insurance policy to make sure I'm trying to do, I don't screw up on, and as a result, this would take even longer. But where we want to go, I did not mean to do that. And let me just make sure. Yeah, so what I'm looking to do is involved with the first floor. But we want to do Ice Switch, which we want to hit, which we can't use our hook shot underwater. Or, sorry, we can't use our arrows underwater. I'm just getting my words wrong left and right. We can't use our arrows underwater, which causes a problem, so we have to make sure we're out of the water. Plus, on top of that, we need the long shot to get to the target in time. And now we can finally get this treasure chest. Another small key. We had to get that done first, so that was kind of my reasoning there. But now, right, we can't go this way because the door closed. Well, there's more than one way to get out of this situation. Which also explains why this hookshot target's here, because otherwise we would be trapped in here and we'd have to reset the system. Good no developers thought of that. Okay, is it north we need to go? Yeah, it's north we need to go. So this is where we're going next in that case. Iron boots once again. Right here. We saw this room briefly, but then I was just like, no, there's nothing we can do here. It's because we needed the long shot. And we needed enough small keys. But now, we can head through here to pretty much the last section of the water temple. There's some boulders coming down, which for now is really the least of our concerns. But oh my god. I really hate the current sometimes, because stupid stuff like this happens. Okay, there. Thank god it didn't take us that much trouble. Okay. If this is the room I'm thinking of, I actually have a bit of a story to tell for this room. But not before we kill these fishes, because they're just gonna be a nuisance. Oh, excuse me, stingrays. Okay. God, that sounds so weird with a water filter. Or maybe I'm just crazy. One of the two, really. Okay. So, this room. I now know what you're supposed to do, but let me just show you what I thought you were supposed to do. I thought what you were supposed to do... Hit the switch like that. Okay, not exactly like that. Let me show you what I thought you were supposed to do originally when I first played this game, and this is actually possible. Kind of like my story of how I defeated the evil eagle in a Eagle's Tower in Link's Awakening. What I thought you were supposed to is stay on the switch for a while with your iron boots on, then put on your Kokiri boots and immediately swim upward. If you are fast enough, you can actually do that, and we can keep going. However, that is actually, as I found out, not the intended solution. See this? Guess what? It's not a wall. Well, where it is a wall, but it's bombable. I didn't find that out the first time I played this, and now I feel like an idiot. But as you got a quick glimpse because of the camera screwing around, what you're actually supposed to do is go over here, move this block, keep pushing it, so you can push it no more. You're supposed to go all the way back around, and pull it now. Keep pulling it. Don't stop pulling it. Keep on pulling it. Just keep pulling it. Okay. And then we gotta go back around. This is a very tedious process, but this is how they intended for you to do this. You gotta go back around and push it yet again. I still feel stupid to this day for not realizing that was what you were supposed to do, but at the very least, the method I found worked. So, I mean, I wasn't too hurt by it. And now that switch will constantly be weighed down, and that's how you're supposed to solve this puzzle. Feels so obvious now. Unless you're kidding me. This room should be no big deal by this point. Step on the switch, jump across the water platforms. Oh, but avoid the tech tykes. Just die already. I'm fed up with those friggin' tech tykes. They have really caused us a lot of problems so far, but what can you do? We'd really love to get to the end of the temple in this episode. That'd be awesome. Okay. Boulders. Now, yep, sure enough. There's a gold skull waiting for you there. And that should be the last one in this dungeon. And as you can see, I have used the powers... Yep, that's the last one. I've used the powers of clipping, aka text boxes and invincibility, to go right through that boulder. And take no damage in the process, or any knockback. Yeah, N64 limitations, huh? That was more so an overlook of making sure the boulder stays still. And why am I trying to fight you? I don't even need to fight you. Go over here. Let's use that other small key that we have. And... there is the boss key. Now all that's left is to take on the boss itself. But I've got to go through the tedious process of raising the water back up to the 3rd floor, which normally wouldn't show, but I do believe... well, actually... you know what? Cut away for a second. Okay, never mind. I thought for some reason there was a hookshot target up here or something, so you could just shortcut your way, but guess not. That's a bit of a letdown, but with this, we are moving the water back up to the 3rd floor. Which means it's time to finish this dungeon. It's time to head to the boss door, which we have not even seen in this dungeon yet. God damn it, Tech-Tyke. Every time. This is the last I have to see of that friggin' thing. Okay. Hookshot over there. Because now we're moving into new territory. There's pots. Yep, there's a fairy inside if you need it. Which might be useful because if you're not careful, I do believe this next boss can actually do a lot of damage to you. We gotta run up this somewhat steep slope. And here is the boss. Link, look out. That isn't normal water over there. Starting out this fight against giant aquatic amoeba Morpha. This boss is a bit of a tricky one. There's spikes on the outside, so you gotta watch out for that first and foremost. Morpha is the little atom-like thing moving around, just for reference. Because what Morpha does, it's gonna make some water tentacles to try to grab you. If they do grab you, they are gonna do a lot of damage to you. So be careful. What you want to do is you want to hookshot Morpha himself, so that way you can bring him up to your level. From there, keep attacking him. You have the Biggoron sword, now it's going to make this job a lot easier for you. Which, I do have the Biggoron sword, but I am opting out of using it, because it does make this a bit cheap. Okay, come on. Thank you. Morpher, I think, can actually take quite a... So... But if you're playing this, what I would advise as your main priority is trying to avoid the tentacles. Just take my word for it. Is those tentacles will throw you throughout the room and just, like, it's gonna cause you a bad time. Let's just say that. But we're getting some decent hit. Uh-oh! This is gonna run. I did not realize that tentacle was so close to me. That could have been incredibly bad. Usually the corners are the best place to be because from here you can see the entire battlefield essentially. So really is the best spot. No, running. Feels so weird playing this, like doing this with just the Master Sword as opposed to using the Biggoron sword. There are also hookshot targets spread out throughout the entire battlefield to help you move around. So you can use those to your advantage if you need to. Okay, where are those tentacles coming from this time? There's one there, so let's back away from it. Another one? Nope, okay. Oh, but it sounds like another one's coming up. Yeah, let's go. Getting out of here. Are there any others? Are there any others? Nope. Alright. Come on. Thank God. Morpha is gone. And with that, the water temple is over. Link. I would have expected no less from the man I chose to be my husband. Zora's domain and its people will eventually return to their original state. As a reward, I grant my eternal love to you. Well, that's what I want to say, but I don't think I can offer that now. I have to guard the water temple as the Sage of Water. And you're searching for the princess, Zelda. Ha! You can't hide anything from me. Princess Zelda, she's alive. I can sense it, so don't be discouraged. I can tell that nothing will stop you in your quest for justice and peace. You must take this medallion. Take it respectfully. You receive the Water Medallion. Ruto awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. If you see Sheik, please give him my thanks, okay? As the water rises, the evil is vanishing from the lake. Link, you did it. Did Ruto want to thank me? I see. We have to return peace to Hyrule for her sake too, don't we? Look at that, Link. Together, you and Princess Ruto destroy the evil monster. Once again, the lake is filled with pure water. All is as it was here. And that's 3 dungeons done. Now, I would end it off, but there's some things I'm going to get really quick here in Lake Hylia while we're still here. First off, when water fills the lake, shoot for the morning light. Do what it says. Seems to be something off in the distance now we've done that. So, let's go see what that is. We have the fire arrow. Set to scene, your arrows will be powered up. If you hit your target, it will catch fire. So now we have our first elemental arrow. We have fire arrows. Costs 2 MP to use, so basically a third of what Din's Fire Furor's Wind takes. So that's nice. And you can use it to light things on fire, such as torches. So now we basically have a way to light torches on fire as we wish. There is one drawback to it, though. That's not what I was intending to happen, but sure. There's a fairy there, I guess. But one drawback that the fire arrow does have to it is you can't use it as much or as quickly in succession as regular arrows. They got a bit of a cooldown. It's only like a second, so it's not that long, but it's still like a cooldown that you should be wary of. But there's something else we want to do. We want to get on top of this tree, which we can't do with the regular hook shot, so we need the long shot. Though finding the sweet spot for being able to hookshot there, that's the other trick here. There we go. At nighttime only, yet another golden Skulltula. There we go. So that puts us at how many gold Skulltula tokens? We have 80 now. We're just 20 away. And not only that, that is all the gold Skulltulas in Lake Hylia. Got all the gold Skulltulas in a lot of the areas. We don't have all of them in Zora's domain, but we're not supposed to yet. So that's not a big worry. And we still have to get the gold Skulltulas that are in Grio's Fortress. So where else is there for us to go? We don't really have much of an indication as where to go next. I think for now, though, we will put on our Kokiri tunic as we're not going to be swimming for a while. So I guess the best place to go, since we don't really have much of an idea of where a good place to go would be, why don't we head on back to Kakariko Village, see if there's anything waiting for us there. So, next time on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we're heading back to Kakariko Village, seeing if there's anything waiting for us there. See you guys then.